Hello and welcome to the show. We're back on Forza 7 building another vehicle for some Rallycross. Having seen the Impreza run and the Subaru be very fast indeed, naturally, it is the turn of the Evo. I've gone for the Evo 10 here. Should it stand a chance? Certainly going quickly. Whether it's going to be enough to beat the Impreza, I don't know. But I would hope for this vehicle to be, well, certainly competing with the Subaru. As ever, the rules for this series, we're not going to be changing engines unless we absolutely have to. We didn't have to in the... Actually, I don't think I'd want to change engines regardless, because Turbo Rally's pretty... I say pretty garbage. It's okay for what it is, but for what I'm doing here, building cars to S-Class doesn't work. I'm surprised there isn't a V8 option, because there's a V8 option normally for everything like this, but there we go. Now, we are going to be wanting some Forza Aero. Oh, that's a mighty impressive wing. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. We want the Forza Aero, we want the downforce. Because we're going to be running the car predominantly on tarmac. There are bits of dirt, of course, it's Rallycross, but we are largely on tarmac. The downforce is going to be helpful. In the tarmac bits, it's a twisty track that we have the cars running through. So big tyres and full race tyres are indeed the way to be going. Big brakes, of course. We're going to be wanting suspension, roll cage, and about as much weight reduction on the car as we can get. It's going to be... yeah, it's not going to be too bad in terms of the way. It's not going to be the most ridiculously light car we will see go around this course. However, at £2,800, that's not too bad. We'll get a little bit more weight out of it, perhaps, with the odd bit of engine parts. We will go stick with diff in while I think about it. If we need PI, we've still got driveline and whatnot to work through. So, yeah, to the engine. Now, I don't know how much power we're going to get out of the Evo engine, now £2,700. If we do, I say if, assuming we have to upgrade the turbos, they might get a little bit heavier. We're probably going to be sitting around the £2,800 mark. I'm hoping we will get around the 400 or 500 horsepower mark. Yeah, it looks like we will, but we are pretty much going to have to max the engine out here, I think, to get to the top of the... unless the turbos are massive, which sometimes they are. Not as big as the Lincolns, I will say that much. They are not as big as the Lincolns. Lincolns added like 250 horsepower. 112 ain't bad, but it's not 250. 573 horsepower is pretty good in terms of overall power in this car. We will get... now, do we go... I think what I'm going to do is we'll go first stage of flywheel, and then we'll go and grab as much driveline as we can get away with. Okay, we're going to get away with one. I will check, just in case... thank you, game. Just in case the second stage of flywheel actually works on this. It doesn't keep it. Okay, I'll spread the upgrades out over the two different areas. 573 horsepower is not bad. It's not bad. Stats-wise, this is pretty comparable to the Subaru. How it's going to handle the Virginia Raceway, that is a good question. Could we have a first car to go underneath a 114, or will the Evo be beaten by the Subaru? So, we are off to our version of the VIR South layouts with the Evo, where I'm going to have 5 laps to try and, we'll go as quick as possible. The Impreza's 14.3 is the time to try and beat it. It's a fair way clear of second place. The Lancia at 0.37 at a 15.2. The Quattro at 15.8, a little further back. I would expect to see this car up and around fighting in that area. Whether it can be as fast as the Subaru, I don't know, but it should be, I say should, I would expect to see it up and around that area, but as with any of our build series, you're never quite sure. Sometimes cars are massively faster than you ever expect, sometimes they struggle. I don't know what we're going to see from this Evo. Of course, we have our dirt sections to worry about, and while the track is, of course, predominantly tarmac, when it comes to dealing with the dirt, this car should be good. Theoretically speaking, the Evo should be good, but we just don't know. We just don't know. Straight line speed doesn't seem the fastest down there. Now, of course, that was from a rolling start as opposed to a flying lap, as we will do later on. I'm not sure it's got the greatest top-end speed, but that is, I say that's less than important. This particular layout is actually a interesting compromise. Unlike most real-world rallycross circuits, you don't have a huge long straight for the cars to get up to 160-odd miles an hour, which we have been seeing from some vehicles. Again, this is what we have to work with, and that's... That's it. Now, towards the hairpin we go. I think we have thrown it in a little bit too much. Now, we can actually, if you get very sideways on the way in, you can sort of straighten the car up better for the run out of the corner. So it's not the worst I've been through there. So the exit, we can make some time up. It is pretty quick through that left, fast left-hander. I don't think it's quite going to be quite flat, although, of course, tyres are going to warm up. I mean, they're probably getting a bit warmer now by the end of the lap, but they are going to get better slightly as we go forward. Okay, it's 21.0, sorry, from a standing start. Not particularly useful in terms of comparison. Wasn't a particularly good run. So it is about 10 miles an hour down. Oh wow, the brakes are brilliant on this. It's 10 miles an hour down on the Impreza. I think that was around the 160 mile an hour mark. But you can brake very late with this. You can brake very, very late indeed, so that is helpful. If anything, I'm so used to driving cars in which you can't brake late with that that's actually causing a little bit of a problem. Now, let's try and actually feed the car nicely. There we go. It's got pretty good change of direction out there on the dirt, which is nice to see. You need it to be able to do that as well if you're going to try and get a quick run out of these sections. That might be, again, a little bit too much time wasted going sideways rather than going forward. Not the worst, certainly, that I have done across that section, but yeah, not too... not perfect. Not the fastest way we could go around that corner. I'm not sure, you know, about this lap time. I'll just see how it all pans out if I can get quicker in these next final sectors. What are we going to see from the Evo 10 on its first flying lap? It's only a 16.4. I'm surprised, but I have no doubt still more time to go. Can we get... I'm not sure I can get much later on the brakes than that. That's a big... It's a big, nasty stop into turn one. Very easy to miss your braking points. It's completely blind corner there. And... yeah, you go pretty damn fast when you hit it. We are, again, going faster in the Evo. Play it very, very close with the tyre bundle on the outside. Play it close with the tyre bundle on the inside. Feed our way through these next couple of corners. The lighting conditions, with it being so late in the day here, not the easiest to work with. We get some glare on the windscreen, and the paint apparently comes with tinted side windows. Don't really see much out of them, thankfully. Don't really need to at the moment. That was better, I felt, through the dirt. Sorry. Yeah, we are a second up this time around. Oh, it's a little wide though. Had to have a lift, big lift, through that section. This might be close to the Lancia if I can not get the final corner wrong. Turned in too soon through all of that. What are we going to do lap time wise? That final sector we're going to have lost a bit, I would expect. Indeed we did. It's down to a 15.6, so we have beaten the Quattro. We have beaten the Quattro. Can definitely do better in the final sector. Such a terrifying moment when you jump on the brakes for that corner and you hope you've got it right. You want to be late on the brakes, of course. You want to push it till the very last second. But... doesn't stop it being terrified. Again, that corner there, you're braking before you could even see where you're heading for, and as you go over the crest, you just hope that it's been enough. And at the bottom of the course, at the bottom of the hill there, we've got in too deep, and that's not worked through the grass. And we've actually not got a terrible exit, although that wheel on the dirt on the outside won't help. Yep, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong, and I've not actually even got it turned into the hairpin properly. This lap's a write-off. This lap is a complete write-off. They happen. 2.5 seconds down. When you get things wrong on the dirt, you really know about it. When you get things wrong on the dirt, you really, really know about it. Okay, one more time around. What can I do in the Evo? I really don't think this has got the speed to beat that Impreza. And it pains me to say that, but I really don't think if we get everything perfect, maybe we can beat the Lancia. However, that Impreza is so damn fast around here. On the brakes for turn 1 as maybe the faintest little bit of a lock-up into there. It is, though, neatly done. Yeah, it's a good stopping car, this, but we are 10 miles an hour slower. We're a fraction quicker this time around. Up over the crest we go. Make sure to get the car stopped. Now, get it turned in nice and early. Again, we're using the handbrake. This is the most I've ever used the handbrake in Forza on this series, trying to get the car turned into some of these corners. There's a bit of a leery moment onto the tarmac we go. There's a real balance between being smooth through here and finding alternate ways of getting speed. Like, that's a slightly different line through the hairpin, and I'm not sure whether it's got better on the exit. No, it hasn't. That's lost a lot of time through there. Damn it, I was trying to sort of straighten up the exit. It didn't work. Really, really didn't work. If it was worth a try in some ways, I would have been better just kind of throwing the car in with all of the speed and kind of hoping for the best. It will probably be a little bit better final sector, mind, but that's not going to make up the time needed. Yeah, we made about 4/10 in that final sector over all of that. It's close. It's close to the Lancia. That's where the Evo 10 is going to sit. However, Subaru fans, it is good news because you have definitely won this round. You have definitely won this round. Even an absolutely perfect run in this, I don't think I'd get near the Subarus. And the Subaru had a bit of a scary moment on the final corner. The Subaru was out wide a tiny bit on the grass. Not very costly in terms of time, but even then, yeah, the Subaru was a little bit ragged in that final sector. The Evo is going to have to settle for third. The Evo 10 is going to go into a third place behind that Lancia 037. It does beat the Audi Quattro. It's around the sort of area that I expected it to be, but it's a long way off. It's over a second off that Subaru Impreza. The Subaru's time is mighty. That Subaru's time is mighty. I mean, we are well clear of the Dodge Omni, the Dodge Durango, and so, I mean, put into context, the Lincoln Continental was only 3/10 down on the Evo. I mean, I still think that's a really good showing from the Continental to have gotten that fast. The Evo felt like a good car around here. The Evo felt like a fast car to drive around here, but nowhere near as quick as the Subaru. Well, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.